See this piece of trim here? This is supposed to go in this track alongside the top of my Suburban. I got to town the other day and it had started peeling up from the front and was just about to fly off. I almost lost it. So today what I'm going to do is I'm going to be showing you how I am going to replace this. Now it goes in this track. This is where the roof meets the side, and I'm guessing that this is just kind of a cover for the weld here. They've got looks like this is where it's welded together, and then I guess they've got some kind of a covering, some kind of glue or something on top of it, something else. But anyway, this just goes, I don't know if this actually serves a purpose to keep, it doesn't keep out water, but I think it's just more of a trim piece, just to kind of fill in this gap. Anyway, today I'm going to show you how I do that. Now I've already come up here and I used a little scrub brush in here with some soap and I have cleaned it really well. Now I'm just waiting for it to dry, but I've got to take off this other layer of this adhesive foam they had on here, and I'll show you what I'm doing with that next. The next thing we need to do on the back of this trim piece is a foam adhesive that they had originally used to adhere it to the vehicle. Need to take that off and clean this up so that we can reapply our next adhesive. What I'm using is just a chisel. Just get up under the edge of it. You should be able just to kind of push and it comes right off. You probably could use a knife, just to be sure you don't gouge into the actual plastic trim. And be sure you don't leave any little bits like that. Just roll back over that with the chisel or the knife, whatever you're using, and just take that off. The chisel works really well because of the angle of the blade. Keeps me from gouging it. So anyway, just clean that up till you don't have any of this foam adhesive left on here. And before I stick this, I will clean it up again. I'm going to just kind of hit this with some denatured alcohol and clean it up before I apply it. But I want to be first want to be sure I get all this other junk off of here, because I want it to get a really good, I want it to stick really well. Now this piece of trim, I've noticed I've got several places where it's chipped off. I'm not really worried about that, since it's really more for, I think, looks than anything. And I'm not going to pay to replace that. Honestly, at this point on this Suburban, it's got over 300,000 miles on it. I'm not looking to put a bunch of money into it, except to keep it running for now. Alright, I'll bring you back when I have all this done and get ready to apply it. Alright, I'm going to be using this 3M molding tape. It's made for this type of stuff, and it has a awesome adhesion properties to it. I've used it on the trim on my doors before, and it did a great job of holding. It's still holding. It's been on there at least a year, maybe 2 years. But I want to use this stuff. It comes in a roll. You see I've already got it started on here. I'm just going to roll this out. It's double-sided, the stickiness is. So what I debated on whether to put the I got a piece of fur on it, whether to put this on the truck and then lay this down and stick to it, or put it on here and put it on the truck. I've decided to go this route, put it on the trim, because I think it might be a little bit easier to work with it already on here, just because of how the adhesion properties of it is just so high, it sticks so easy. But anyway, so I'm just laying this out on here, trying to keep it as straight as I can and not let any air bubbles get under it. So I'm just using my fingers to slide it down, sliding down it and pressing to keep any bubbles out. Okay, I've got my adhesive on my trim. Now I just need to stick it in the channel. And I'm going to start from the front first. And I'm just going to lay it down in there and start peeling the red backing off as I press this down. And then I've got a little bit of an issue. I didn't have quite enough of the adhesive to go back here at the back. So I went ahead and I put a strip back here. I'm going to fill this in. When I get down here, I'm going to end up putting a little bit of, I've got some other, it's a liquid adhesive I'm going to fill in here because I don't have any more of this here and it's too far to go to town to grab some and come back. So, all right, so I want to be sure that I get this down flat, no air bubbles. I'm going to start by first peeling this off. I'm hoping I can get this into position and just pull this from the bottom side as I do this. Having a spider climb actually. Alright, so I'm just going to pull the red tape and then press like this. Kind of hold it up on this end and press so I keep any air bubbles out. Hopefully I can keep this thing straight. Really not a whole lot of wiggle room in here anyway. Alright, well I've got done all the way up to here. I'm gonna have to find some I've got to go get my other sealant to add to this. That section I was just showing you that doesn't have the tape on it. I'm gonna put some down here before I finish this out. Let me go grab that. I don't know that you can see under there or not, but I was able to look under here and I just made some pin marks underneath. And that's where I'm going to put the sealant. I have some of this, it's called silicone black RTV sealant that you use on like the weather stripping. It's usually really good. I'm going to put that underneath and just in that little spot where the two pin marks are, and then I'll be able to proceed. Alright, I got my sealant on there, kind of made a mess of it. Had a little trouble with that tube. It dried. I had to poke a hole in the side of the tube to get the rest of it out. So I'm going to go ahead and finish pulling off the red tape here. Pressing that down. I guess I can go ahead and get this one off too. Alrighty. Yay. Alright. I believe that's done. I think I'm going to, at the beginning of this, I have already put a little bit there, but I'm going to use whatever else I can get out of this tube. And I'm going to add some to the front of it just to maybe keep the air from catching it and maybe lifting it up again. That doesn't look pretty, but maybe it'll keep the wind from catching it. Oh, snap, I probably shouldn't have touched that with my finger. Ugh. That doesn't look great, but it might help. Yeah, that's about all I can do. It looks tacky. Nobody's gonna see it. That might help. I probably ought to go ahead and do the other side. It is loose, but it's not coming completely undone. It's just a little loose on the end. I'm gonna go put a little bit of this while I'm gonna have to throw this tube away anyway, because I won't be able to use it after today. I'll go do that. I'm gonna probably go on the other end and do the same thing, and then just do that on the other side of the Suburban, on the front and back end, until I can get it replaced with some new adhesive. All right. Well, there it is. It was not hard at all. It's something I think that you could do yourself. Definitely don't pay a dealer to fix it, or any kind of car repair shop. Totally do it yourself. And this probably, I mean, this is a 2011 Suburban, but I'm sure this is fairly the same on most vehicles. Although I do know some use a track with little plastic snaps that this snaps into. That would be different. But anyway, you should know once you pull your strip up, or if it has already come off, you should see whether you've got the snaps or whether you have to re-glue it. Alright, if you enjoyed this video, if it helped you, give me a like. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel if you don't mind. And we'll see you on the next one.